And our first paragraph will go to Zapik.
ジャックは、ジーンズとトレーナーに着替え、ノートと鉛筆をリュックに入れると、音は立ってないように気をつけながら、階段を降りた。Jack puts on or changes to jeans and training clothes, I guess.
I'm guessing Trina might be like some kind of like a jumper or something.
Ah,
Would be
okay.
my guess. Oh, maybe it's his shoes actually.
Oh, yeah. And he puts the notebook and pencil in the backpack, and so that uh, and then he's careful so that the sound won't be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Goes down the stairs.
Perfect. And apparently trainer refers to like a sweatshirt. So it's like the jumper for British people.
Oh, I see.
Next two lines go to Afifa.
はもう裏口で待っていたじゃん、魔法の杖よ。Annie was already waiting at the, is it back entrance?
Yep.
Mm, Then let's use magic.
That's a good guess. Tsue and tsukaeru are two different things. Tsukaeru is to use, but tsue means staff, like a magic staff. This is ta-da! It's a magic staff. And then the next line will go to Zapik.
兄がいきなり電灯の光をジャックに向けたので、ジャックは、ムッとしていった。So Annie suddenly, I don't know what the 懐中電灯
Hi.
is, but it's something that shines lights.
Light.
Flashlight, yeah. So she points that towards Jack.
Mm-hmm. She does it suddenly.
Yeah. Uh, and Jack says like angrily or fed up.
Exactly, very sullenly. Shush, Papa, yeah, Mama ga okitiru janai ka. He says, shush, what are you trying to do? Wake up mom and dad? Type of sentence. And the next line goes to Afifa.
そいつを私は誰かに見つかったらどうするんだ、Erase that. If anyone sees, what do you do? If someone sees, what do we do?
どうする? You could have said that. Sometimes they're hard to hear. You talk in a very quiet tone of voice. So if you did say that, it just kind of like mumbled too much for me to recognize what you said. どうする? What will you do? Perfect. And then the rest of this page will go to Zapik.
兄はおとなしくテントを消し、ズボンの、ベルトには挟んだ。
はい。
夜明け前の空気はひんやりしていた。So Annie, like quietly, turns the flashlight off.
So hasamu means to put in between.
Yeah.
Where do you think she's placing this flashlight? That was our last O particle.
そのベル Oh, okay, in the belt of Subon.
Zubon means pants.
Yeah.
So the guess would be it's like this is the belt, then it's right over here, and then she has her pants on, kind of idea.
So 夜明け前, before the dawn, the atmosphere before the dawn is
Hinyari.
calm.
Yes. It's in the chilly air before dawn. Next line goes to Afifa.
隣の犬が、吠えたが、兄が小声で、ヘンリー静かに、と言うと、吠えるのをやめた。The neighborhood dog yelped or barked.
はい。
And said in a quiet voice, Henry, be quiet. And the barking stopped.
Perfect. And the next two paragraphs will go to Zapik.
なぜだろう。動物はみんな姉の言うことは聞く。翼竜のプテラノードンで、さえそうだった。芝生に降りた梅雨がガイドに照らされて光っている。What is that? All the creatures does as Annie says.
Yeah.
Or listen to Annie. The flying dinosaur Pteranodon. So, what is the sigh part?
Even.
Oh, okay. Even the Pteranodon so that was like that. I don't know how to.
So shibafu is a lawn, and tsuyu is like dew.
Okay. So, like landing on the lawn?
What land on the lawn?
街道に
Tsuyu. Tsuyu landed on the lawn. So shibafu is lawn, and onto it we have something on the lawn. What are lawns made of? Do you know?
grass.
Yeah, so we probably have a bunch of grass here. And then we have some tsuyu on the grass. Some dew on the grass.
Okay. Yeah.
So dew is those water droplets that tend to happen overnight or if it rained or something like that. And grass is like a little bit hydrophobic, so you can like really see it. If you've ever like been very early in the morning outside in the grass, it's very wet.
Yeah.
So this dew in the grass, it's doing hikatteru. That's our verb
It's
right there.
shining.
It's shining. Where is it shining? Gaito ni terasarete.
That I don't know.
Hi. So, terasu is to illuminate. And this is areru. Do you know what tense that is?
I don't remember.
So that's passive form. So the one
Yeah.
who's doing illuminating is not the tsuyu. So this is tsuyu is illuminated by. By what do you think?
と、
Mm-hmm.
え
Gaito. So we
could it be
have
streetlights?
yes, street lights. Perfect. So it says the dew on the grass is glittering from the light from the signpost or whatever. And then the next line actually I'm going to do the next two lines for Afifa.
白弱がいて、二人は森を目指して走ら出した。森はまだひっそりと静まりか言っていた。Jack says, let's run. And the two, it's 目指して。
Mizasa is the aim towards something. It's your destination.
They ran towards the forest. And the forest is still quiet and hisori. Is it hisori? They both
Hisori,
sound like quiet.
yes. They're really both quiet. Exactly. Kairu, the adding that to the shizu basically insinuates that the quiet it got even more quiet when they came here. Like normally like the woods are quiet, but maybe you'd hear some like birds making noises or something, right? They might go tweet 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 in the distance. This Shizukamae makes it very clear that there's no birds. It is like totally 100% quiet. Because this means like the go down to no sound, basically. And hisori means like deserted. So it's actually not focusing necessarily on the sound of the location, but more that there's nothing at the location. Well, this is saying there is literally no sound at all. Type of idea. So you could say it's quiet and deserted, or you could say super duper quiet. Both would be perfect translations. The next paragraph will go to Zapik.
二人は懐中電灯の明かりを頼りに真っ暗な森の中に入っていった。闇の中から今にもお化けが出てきそうで、ジャックは震えながら兄についていった。So the two of them, like relying on the light from the flashlights, enters like into the pitch black forest.
Yep.
And from the night, like darkness, even now, it seems like a ghost could appear. And Jack is like shivering while following Annie.
Perfect. 突然明かりが消えた and suddenly the light went out. And then the next two lines will go to Afifa.
と思うと、兄が懐中電灯で自分の顔を照らして、バーッと振り返った。To is just and.
Yep.
And
Immediately afterwards. と思うと as soon as one could think.
Annie could think.
Well,
And
it's just
she,
people in general. To omoto. Basically, as soon as you could think normally the previous thing, just suddenly the light has disappeared. As soon as you like come to realize that thought, the next action occurs. So it's a way to express immediately afterwards, but it's like a very common phrase in Japanese. Normally has a like insinuate a statement that someone observes, and it goes tomoto, which is saying as soon as you go, oh, the light's out. The next thing happens.
Annie shines the flashlight on her own face
Yes.
and goes, bah.
Bah.
That's pretty kind.
Furikairu is a look behind. So she went, boo! Right? She turned off the flashlight, turned around to look at Zach, turned on her flashlight, illuminating her own face, and went, boo! Bah! Right? So, she got like the evil look on your face when you get the flashlight underneath your head. Bah! ジャックは驚いて飛び上がった。Jack, in shock, jumped backwards. And I'd say about here, these are all really short, should be for Zappic.
いや、兄、ふざけるのもいい加減にしろよ。ジャッキは兄を、睨みつけていった。ごめんなさい。兄は夜明け前の森を、楽しんでいるみたいだ。装置、懐中電気を上に向け、木々の間を照らし始めた。Annie, like pull yourself together or stop doing that.
Yeah, stop fooling around.
Yeah.
Literally, it says, behave yourself correctly, but no one ever translated it that way. いい加減にしろ, right? Do the behavior of being good. But I guess that sounds weird in English. So stop fooling around.
So Jack glares at Annie and says, glares at Annie.
So the
And
ita
Annie
is
says,
said the previous line. So is what it is. So that's marking the previous one. So in English, this would normally be in the same paragraph for clarity, right? Jack wa Annie ni tsuite ita.
Yeah, he says that, while glaring. ごめんなさい, I'm sorry, Annie says. And Annie seems to like enjoy the like dark forest before
before dawn. Perfect.
And so she points the flashlight ahead again.
Yeah, but yeah.
And Kigi, is that just the forest?
Trees.
Tree, okay. So she lights up the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when she's lighting up the tree with her flashlight, is she lighting up over here, right in front of her, or lighting up over here, higher than the tree? Which spot would you say she's illuminating with the flashlight?
Oh, either it's intervals, maybe between.
It's between the trees, but the ue part you translate it as in front, and she probably turned around to the front, but she's probably actually having the flashlight upwards. I think she's checking for the treehouse kind of idea.
Oh,
she's she's bringing it up between the trees, like she's doing a more upward motion with the ue. 'Cause otherwise, you would have used saki ni mukatte, right?
Yeah.
Saki would be the more natural way to say directly in front of somebody. So the kaije no ue ni mukete, it means that she's basically putting it, the flashlight is more vertical than it is straight in front of her.
Yeah.
She might also have just like moved the flashlight like this when she's like talking to Zach. Jack is another possibility, right? She had like illuminating her face, and then she just kind of moved it off her face. But based off of like the next sentence, I feel like she's more like looking up in the branches of the tree. The
Yeah.
next couple of lines are gonna go to Afifa.
何やってるんだ決まってるでしょチチリハウスを探してるのよ。Um, what are you doing? 決まってるでしょ決まる to decide.
That's correct. To be decided.
It's been decided.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't
Already
it?
decided.
It has been decided, hasn't it? That is literally what that's saying. Kimaru is more commonly translated into English as obviously. Because who did the deciding? The logic of the universe did the deciding is now normally how it's used. So it's very much a da. Kimattaru desho. She's saying it's obvious, isn't it? But literally says this has already been decided by the logic of the universe or whatever. You know, it's that kind of idea.
To look for the treehouse.
Hi, I'm looking for the treehouse. And the next paragraph goes to Zapik.
光の動きが止まった。暗闇の中に小さな小屋が浮かび上がった。森で一番高い木の上にある魔法のツリーハウスだ。So the movement of the light stopped.
Hi.
The darkness, inside the darkness,
Ukabi agaru is a hard vocab word. Ukabi agaru. It comes from to float up is the literal meaning of it, like to rise to the surface. But it's very commonly used when you have something that you can't really see, but something is kind of like you can kind of see it in there. So like if you have like water, for example, and it's like really dark, but as something gets closer to the surface, right? You'll be able to see the item as it gets closer to the surface. This can be used not in water, right? This is very commonly used with things like the shadows. So if something was deep in the shadows, if it comes closer to you, you can kind of faintly see whatever item that is. So that's what it's saying. It basically means you can faintly see it, and it's surrounded by darkness all around. Basically, is how it's used.
yeah, so it's basically like the hut is like appearing before them.
Exactly. Especially if they're getting like closer to it in any way. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like this picture. We have a black darkness, and then maybe this right here is the house. You can kind of see it a little lighter than the darker background.
yeah. So the on the highest tree in the forest, there is the Magic Treehouse.
Hi. Perfect. And this paragraph here is going to go to you, Afifa.
何がツリーハウスから木があるのばしごでるした。本当に長いのばしごだ。Annie climbed down
No.
the tree.
Annie ga. I could see why you thought that. So first thing I want to put out to you is that Sagaru, what does this end with?
Roof.
Urdu, exactly. It ends with short form or dictionary form. This is not possible to be a marker for the word and. Not really possible. This is kind of incorrect. Normally, comma wouldn't be here. Normal, especially because this is describing the Namabashigo. There isn't really anything else. I guess you could argue that it's describing the Hashigo, and that's why the comma is there. But this is like a compound word, not like an adjective and a noun. So a little, it's a very weird choice to have the comma there. I'd argue that's grammatically incorrect for how comma is normally used. This is describing the nawabashigo. Annie, all she's doing is terasu.
Oh, she's illuminating
Yep,
it.
he is illuminating the nawabashigo, the rope ladder. Which
The
rope ladder is he illuminating?
rope ladder that's coming down from the treehouse.
Yes, exactly. What do we know about this rope ladder?
It's a
本当に。
really long rope
It's a
ladder.
very, very long rope ladder. Perfect. And now she's going up it. But that specific sentence did not say climbing. Do, 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 do. So that's our picture. Do, do, do. I think I'm gonna have to. Oops. Well, that's exciting. Okay. So these three lines are gonna go to Zappic.
私、登ってみる。ちょっと待てよ。ジャックは慌てて止めようとした。中に誰かいたらどうするんだよ。Annie says, I'll try it. I'll climb it. Uh, wait just a second. Jack tries mm, tries to like stop her.
Yep. In like a panic.
Yeah. If there is someone inside, what would you do?
Perfect. And as a brain teaser, Zappic, why does it end with miru? Nobotte miru. Why do we have this try at the end of the sentence? Do you know what makes miru special?
Well, isn't it like try to climb?
Nope. She succeeds in climbing. There's no question in that.
Yeah.
The question is the observed outcome of the action, not the action in
Oh,
itself. So when she says "nobotte miru," the question isn't whether or not she'll climb. The question is what she'll see at the end of the ladder.
I see.
So that's what the focus is on. So when I'm going to try to climb it, she's not saying like, "Can I climb this thing? I don't know. Maybe I'll fall." Right? She's saying, "Oh, if I try it, when I climb this, I wonder what I'll see at the end of the treehouse, basically." And then the next paragraph goes to Afifa.
しかし、兄はジャックに構わず、懐中電灯を持ったまま縄ばしごを登っていってしまった。ジャックは暗闇に一人の越された、However, when while Annie gave the flashlight to Jack,
Kamawazu. Do you know what kamao means?
no,
Kamao means to care about. You know what kamawazu means?
to care about Jack.
Without. Zu is the same as nai, but allows you to put it in the middle of the sentence, not the end of the sentence. So Annie, without caring about who?
Jack.
Exactly. So she paid him no mind. She mamad. What does mama mean?
Is it still?
Yep, she continued to do something, which was motsu, a kaiju dento.
Carry the flashlight?
Yeah, she continued to hold her flashlight, so she doesn't give it to him. She's still holding it herself. She ignores Jack, holding her flashlight, and then she does what? Namagashi o nobotte itte shimatta.
Rope ladder.
Nobotte.
Nobotte? Isn't it
Noboru.
a climb?
It is, right? Same from nobotte miru. So she climbs the rope ladder in a itte shimatta kind of way. Do you know what these two helping verbs are telling us?
Shimatta is like negative,
Uh,
like something bad happened.
the shimatta, yes, something bad happened, yes. Specifically, Jack is pretty sad that she has totally ignored him and started climbing up the ladder. He was like, what do you do if someone's in there? And she just goes, la 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 la. And then the itte he's here is from the verb iku, which means to go, letting us know that when she climbed this rope ladder, she's getting farther away from Jack, who is our protagonist. And then what happened to Jack? He was nokosaretad. You know what nokosu means?
To leave, to be
To leave,
to be
exactly.
left
To
alone.
leave behind. So now it's to be left behind. So Jack was left behind in what kind of way? Where?
In darkness.
So, all alone in the darkness. Kawaisou ne. Poor Jack, left alone in the darkness. He doesn't even have a flashlight because Annie went up with the flashlight on her own. And since this is the end of the chapter, it's too good not to stop here. So, little early